What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to the Warning. Yes, indeed, the Warning Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Star G, and this is actually Star G's prioritized request for the month of July for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Star G. Hope you enjoy the show. Star G wanted to see me react to this song by The Warning called Apologize.
Apologize!
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second. Yeah, I've heard this song before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by The Warning, no surprise there. And the video has 661,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. The Warning, Apologize, official lyric video. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh! Ew!
Yeah, there's that word official coming off of their official page. Ever since they sold their publishing rights, or not they didn't. At least I don't think they did, but ever since the record label that they work with sold their publishing rights, I've been having some issues. I've been having some copyright issues, so this always worries me now. Now it does. So, gotta be careful now. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens here. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I only ache in the wake of a broken never. There is no thrill in the crime. I have lost the pleasure. Skin on skin means nothing if there is no blood to bleed. Simply quenching hunger doesn't kill the need. Hands always move on their own. Self-inflicted torture. Feel, imitate, stimulate. Futuristic horrors basking in the glory of our manufactured vice. Fade away to nothing, 'cause now nothing will suffice. I don't mean to make you nervous. I've been sad but not depressed. Wasting breath, waiting for nothing, 'cause you won't apologize. Apologize. Clean the message you made. Own up to the blame at the end of the day. So easy to say it's not your fault now. It's not your fault now. Apologize. Nails on my skin just to check if my heart's still beating. Head in my hands, only I hear the quiet
like that chromatic movement. From the root to the minor 3 to the 2 to the flat 2. Back to the root again. It's impactful. I like the fact that they don't stay on it for too long either. They do it twice at most. Usually they only do it once. And that it keeps it effective. If they had done it more than 2 times, it might start to become a parody of itself. And it might even become a running joke. So I'm glad they do it. When they do it, they do it short. Once, twice at most, and they leave it at that. Some nice chordal progression movement. Going up to the 5th, down to the 3rd, to the root, to the 7, back down to the 5th again, down to the 4th, I think it was. It was 5 to the 4? No, it was 5 to the 3. Or maybe it was 4 to the 3, and then 7, and back to the 5th. Maybe that was it. But in any case, the movement within the chordal progression is nice. It's not typical. It's not predictable, but it sounds good, and it flows well. So that's nice. Let's keep going here. Let's see where this goes.
It's only in these moments where you truly feel alone. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Uh-oh.
Clean the mess that you made. Own up to the blame at the end of the day. So easy to say it's not your fault now. It's not your fault now. A name on a screen means nothing to me. Hypnotic machine. Your hands are clean. It's not your fault now. It's not your fault now. Apologize. Clean the mess that you made, own up to the blame at the end of the day. So easy to say, it's not your fault now. It's not your fault now.
Slowing down. The detuning. Kind of emulating the record player slowing down. Yeah. I see what they did there. It's not bad. It's not bad. I personally, I don't think it's one of their better ones. I don't think it's one of their best ones, but it's not bad. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was The Warning with a tune called
Apologize!
This was a request from Star G, and this was actually Star G's prioritized request for the month of July for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, there you go, Star G. Hope you enjoyed the show. Okay, not really a whole lot to talk about if I'm being honest. This is going to be a pretty cut and dry review. Let's get to it, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.4. Yep, 6.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, 6.4. What does that mean? Well, a 6.4 would translate to a pretty good skill rating, because overall, I think it's a pretty good song. It would also get 3 out of 5 stars and a B- letter grade. Yes, B is in boy. B- letter grade. Let that one sink in. So there you go, a 6.4, pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Listen, there is just a reality that a lot of people may not want to face, but it is a reality nonetheless. There is a pecking order, okay? There absolutely is. Every time any band, and I'm not just talking about The Warning, I'm talking about every single band out there, you release an album, there are going to be songs that are going to be absolutely stellar songs. You know, hit songs without question. You're going to have those songs that are not, maybe not necessarily will be hit songs, but they're really good songs nonetheless, and they sound great, and they're going to do really well in like live situations, you know? You're going to have those other songs that are going to be, you know, they're midliners. They're going to be, you know, those midline songs that are going to be, you know, they're good. There's no problem with them. They're just, you know, they're just, you know, midline. And then you're also going to have those songs that are known as filler songs. The songs that were just kind of put on the album to fill things out, okay? If I'm being honest, this sounds like the last one. This song feels and sounds like it's a filler song. I do not ever see this song being performed live. There's not a whole lot of live appeal in what I heard. A lot of reliance on vocal effects, a lot of, I mean, and listen, when it comes to vocal effects, I'm not always the biggest fan of vocal effects unless there's a reason for them. Like if the addition of the vocal effects is there and it serves a purpose, if it serves a reason within the context of either the storytelling of the song or within the delivery of the song, I got no problem with it. But if it's not there and they're just throwing vocal effects on just because they discovered a new toy to play with, then I have an issue with it. I don't think that was the problem here. I think there is a reason. I can feel a reason in the delivery because they would keep the vocal effects in utilizing them in very strategic places, like on the word apologize, just to add a little extra emphasis to that word. I got no problem with it, but I'm thinking in a live setting, it might be a little trickier to pull that off. You know, maybe they might have to rely on either a backing track or on MIDI programming to have to use, you know, incorporated with the click track to have the MIDI kick on the effect on the microphone at that exact point, leave the effect on to this point, and then turn it off. It would be tricky to pull that off, but I mean, it's not impossible. It can be done. You just got to do the program. But even then, I don't see a whole lot of appeal for this song. This song does not scream hit song to me. It doesn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a fine tune. It's a decent tune. It's a solid tune. But I wouldn't even, I tried, man. I tried to get this up into the 7s, and I couldn't do it. I've heard so many other songs from The Warning that sound better than this. The chordal progression was nice. It was imaginative. But if you were to ask me where the hook of the song was, it was in the easiest part of the song. The chromatic progression from the root to the minor third to the 2 to the flat 2 back to the root again. That's the hook. And I'm sorry, but if that's the hook, the most unimpressive part of the song is the hook, I'm sorry, but that's not a very impressive song at the end of the day. It's not. The chordal progression that they came up with for the verse and for the pre-chorus, I mean, I got no issue with them. But if you're asking me to repeat them, like hum along to it right now, just pull it out of thin air, I couldn't do it. It didn't hook me. It didn't sink its fangs into me. It didn't sink its claws into me. It just felt, I mean, was it creative? Yes, but at the time it didn't feel impactful. It didn't feel inspired. So, I mean, it was nice, but at the same time, I'm not a fan of it. It was all right, you know, at the end of the day. Like I said, the hookiest part of the song was that chromatic line, and I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be wowed by a chromatic line. The overall, like I said, it's a decent song. It is a decent song. It does the job. Okay, It's not bad. I'm not sitting here and slamming the song saying it's a horrible song. It's not. It's just not one of the strongest songs I've ever heard from them. As a matter of fact, if I'm being honest, it's one of the weakest songs I've ever heard from them. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to give it the score I feel it deserves. I honestly think it's a pretty good song. It's not great. It's unimpressive. And I tried to get it up into the real goods. I couldn't. Not even close. So, but it is still getting a 6.4. It's a pretty good song overall. And like I said, every album, there's going to be a pecking order. You're going to have those 1 or 2 songs that are going to be absolute hit songs without question. You're going to have those 2 or 3 songs that are going to be great songs, not destined for, being a hit song, but they're greatly written songs nonetheless. You're going to have those really good songs that are, they're good to hear, especially maybe in a live setting, but they're never going to get any radio play. And then there's going to be those other tunes that are just, honest to God, filler tracks. Record label wants 15 songs on the album. Well, we have 12. Let's write 3 songs quickly and throw them on there. That is exactly how this song feels. So 6.4, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 6.4, which is a pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.